All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Moderator, if you could give me the ability to unmute the attendees so we can get started, please. Maria?
Hey, Brian, it seems like all season we've been talking about, this is the year the Super Bowl is going to be at SoFi Stadium, which is obviously your home. What has this journey been like for you, just kind of going into this all year? And the second part of the question is what's it been like playing next to Andrew Whitworth all this time?
Yeah, it's been a crazy ride, just like you guys. I think I saw, a year ago today or whatever it was last week, we signed Matthew Stafford, and since then the expectation is Super Bowl or bust from everyone from the outside looking in, is all the stuff we hear, and we've kind of been along for the journey just like you guys, and going in and week out, just getting better and trying to fine tune our skills, and it's a long season, and you always plan on making it to the playoffs and getting in the tournament, and did that, and week by week, we've just battled and gotten better, and slowly our confidence has grown, our momentum's grown, and we're here in the last dance, and we're ready to finish the job, and excited to be here. And just as far as Whit, to have a guy like that in our room is, I've been here for 4 years with him, and every year you think this might be it for him, and he comes back, and he just shares such great wisdom with our room, and he's a great leader and, great captain of our room, and just awesome playing with him. Awesome having a guy like that you can go to and, have in your corner. So, grateful to play next to him. And he's one of those guys who you want to win this game for, just everything he's been through in his career and everything he's done for us. So I couldn't be more thankful, more grateful to have a teammate like him.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, Brian, I just curious, what is it about Kevin O'Connell? What would you say his strongest strength is, and what makes you think that he'll have success when he moves on to the Vikings as head coach?
Yeah, Kevin's a great guy. First and foremost, I think that's something you can never overlook. Is something as simple as that. He's a great person, great human, someone who you love spending time around, someone you want to fight for. Someone who's going to give everything for you, which in return you want to give for them. And, just one of those guys who, I've only spent 2 years with him. He obviously got here last year, but, someone who's just kind of jumped right in and fit right in, and, great offensive mind, great coach, great leader, of men, and just a great guy to have. Really happy for him and, the opportunity he's going to have after this game on Sunday. So, everything that he's gotten, he's deserved, and, everyone in this organization super excited for him, and, just pumped to see what he's done and what he's going to do. So.
Mariano?
Hi, can you hear me, Brian?
Yep.
Mariano Sinito from No Huddle in Argentina. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So my question is, it's more on the sentimental side. You've been through a lot in your career. You're a couple seasons removed from a severe knee injury. Can you do a little recap of how you felt this past couple seasons and leading up to this game, the big game, the Super Bowl?
Yeah. 2019, I was the starting center, and, like you mentioned, I had a pretty bad knee injury that was a little worse than expected. Once we kind of got into rehab and kind of got through the hurdles of what it was, and, a lot of ups and downs, in my career, but, nothing that, hasn't made me better. And, that 19-20 year was really tough for me, going from being a starter to, being someone in the building who's on the roster, who's not playing, who, can't walk right. If we're being honest, I probably had a limp for, we'll say 12 months it took to shake. So, it was frustrating not being able to do what I wanted to do and not feel how I feel on a football field. And I think that was a lot of last year, working through, kind of continuing the rehab process, getting back. And, you go through an injury like that, and, obviously a million questions pop into your mind. If, is this going to be it? Is my knee ever going to get better? Am I ever going to get my job back? Am I going to be a starter again? So, those are a lot of tough questions when you're, 24, 25 years old, and football is all I ever wanted to do. Thinking, is it over? What's going to happen? Am I not good enough anymore? Am I going to be strong enough? Is my body going to be able to perform? All these questions that I didn't really have answers for at the time. And honestly, it's a pretty dark place. For a while. Not knowing what's going to happen. So from 19 to now, it's been a roller coaster. I can say it now, it's been an awesome roller coaster. I've learned so much about myself, about football, about, all of this, just, going through that and, being here, kind of seeing what this year has panned out to be for me and for our team has made it all worth it. And I'm very grateful for having gone through it the hard way and, kind of facing my problems head on and, working through it. And, it's made me a better person, better football player, better all that. And I just going to put a cherry on the top of all of this at the end. So.
Daniel?
All right, thanks.
Hey, Brian.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing well.
You just mentioned, all those questions that you were asking yourself as you're going through rehab. Like, are you ever going to be the same player? Are you going to get your strength back? At what point in the process did you feel like you answered those questions fully for yourself?
I was kind of in a position this offseason, back kind of against the wall, not knowing if I'm even going to have an opportunity to play here, So there were questions going into this training camp, whether I was going to be a backup, whether I was even going to be here. So kind of figuring out what my role was this year. And we talk about here holding the pen and writing our own story. And I kind of got to a point where I was sick of wondering, and I was going to write my own story. And this training camp, I went into the training camp with the mindset that this is my job and I'm going to take back what I want. And just every day, even going into training camp this year, I'm with the twos one day, I'm with the ones one day, I'm with the twos again, I'm with the ones. And it's, all right, what's this season going to be? And then, I just kept getting more confident, just, playing better every day. And I kind of started to, feel like I did in 19. And I'd say probably 2 weeks into training camp that finally clicked that I'm back. Like I got my knee good. Like I'm able to do what I want. And that's the first time I've felt that since November of 2019. So it was, a long time of just not really knowing what the heck was going to happen with my body and all this stuff. So just a lot of rehab, a lot of great mentors, a lot of great body workers and all this stuff that I, went through this off season to, kind of just guarantee that I'd, have that opportunity to, seize this training camp.
Hey, Brian, Jack, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Great, thanks, man. I wanted to ask you about Coach Carberry and his impact this season. It's obviously your guys' first as a group working with him. What's his influence and impact been, and how has he sort of molded you guys and helped you guys get to the point you are now?
Yeah, it's been awesome, having him come in. He's, a Chicago guy, and I'm from Chicago too. So, I heard that, right when we hired him, was excited that we kind of had an instant connection from, the suburbs of Chicago and whatnot. So, he's been a great guy, awesome coach. Love having him in the room. Loves football. You can tell he loves all of us and cares about us and really cares about this team and this game. And that's all you can ask when you're a player. And if someone's gonna come in and coach every day with the energy and knowledge that he has every day and never take a step back, it's all you can ask for as a player. And he gives us everything we need as a coach. And awesome to have him and. Pretty special for him just, coming in for his first season with us, kind of getting back into the NFL. And, what we've been able to do as a unit is definitely a reflection of him and what he does for our room.
Is there anything unique about just his approach as far as, the way he coaches you guys, whether it's, techniques you rep or anything like that that's different or unique?
No, you're you're going to know what you get with Carbs. He's very honest, transparent, inclusive, and, all those things. And, he's just a football guy. We play offensive line. There's obviously, 100 different ways you can teach things, but I'd say he's more the old school, just trusting the basics, going over the, just common blocks that we do and repetition and all this stuff. And I'd say his style is more, just old school.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Ray Cruz. Ray?
I'm from the All Place All Sports Network. What is your preparation as a center, getting all the line protection, and you got your 2 weeks off between your NFC Championship game to the Super Bowl? How do you keep yourself sharp?
Can you repeat that? It kind of came in and out. Sorry.
My name is Ray Cruz. I'm from the All Sports All Place Network. And your preparation, your mental preparation, getting yourself from the 2 weeks, going from the NFC Championship game to the Super Bowl, how do you keep yourself sharp and mentally into the game?
It's the Super Bowl, man. If you can't get sharp for this, you shouldn't be here.
And I got one more question. And when getting Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff, the trade y'all made for Detroit, how does that make y'all a little bit better than y'all did in Super Bowl 53?
I just say we have a lot of experience, since Super Bowl 53. I mean, whether it's Matthew or Jared in there as an offense, we've grown, from playbook standpoint, from a knowledge standpoint. I know 2019 we got a lot of 6-1 looks was the thing that year. We got every variation of 6-1 defenses. I said 2019, 2018. So, New England obviously ran a 6-1 defense in the Super Bowl, and just stuff that we hadn't seen yet. We've worked through that and we've grown through that, and I just think we're a overall better outfit because of that and what we've gone through. Not necessarily just the quarterback switch. There's other things that we've grown from and gotten better from. But as far as quarterbacks, having Jared, I learned so much in the 9 games that I spent with him, and the year I had to just sit back and watch him. And he made me such a better player, and grateful for the time I had to work with him. And then Matt comes in, and you get this vet who he's played 12 years, 13 years, has seen everything under the sun, and he's just the guy, just calm, cool, steady, collected, runs the show and knows everything you need to know. He's on top of his stuff, and having a guy like that gives just great confidence to the offense. And playing for him has been super fun as well. And just like Jared, I've gotten immensely better being under Matt and just learning from him and taking all the tidbits that he has from Detroit and things he's seen over the years. So it's been cool to play with both. But I mean, we've just, as an organization, since Sean's got here, we've done nothing but get better. Whether that was from the Super Bowl on, we've constantly got better, and just kind of the approach that whatever the issue is at the time, we're going to solve and move forward and keep sharpening our knives, and hopefully that's going to show up Sunday.
Board.
Hey Brian, thanks for taking some time for us. So after your injuries, how you came back is already amazing. And as for 2021, and according to PFF, you are one of the best centers in the league. How much did Matthew Stafford help and evolve your game?
He's just great having, the poise that he has back there, controlling the offense, going through the audibles, protections, working with him, working through that. It definitely helps having an older quarterback who, is, I alluded to it already, but he's 12 years in the NFL. There's not many things he hasn't seen. So, just kind of getting everyone on the same page, making us aware of certain things, and, other areas where teams with younger quarterbacks don't see stuff. He's the guy driving the bus. So, he doesn't just make me better. He makes our whole offense better. And I'm, just grateful to get to work with him. But those little things that come with, experience, that's, I'd say that's where he makes us better. Just kind of having that, again, calm, cool, collective. That doesn't just happen. That comes over time. That's an acquired thing. And he's just, the man back there, and, have all the faith and trust in him in the world. So I want to do a good job Sunday night for him, and, let his talents come to light.
Cheers. Good luck on Sunday.
Appreciate it. Cheers.
Nico?
Hello, Brian. Can you hear me?
Yep. How's it going?
Fine. Greetings from Argentina.
Appreciate
I just
it.
wanted to ask you, what's the main difference you see between this team and the one that played a couple of years ago against the Pats in the Super Bowl?
I'd say we're a little more dynamic of an offense. We started, running outside zone a little bit more, doing, a couple things a little different, whether it's the way we're running duo or, motions and all this. I think just our offense is kept advancing, and, what we're good at, we keep practicing and sharpening, and, we'll throw in a little wrinkle here or see something we like and say, what, we can do this, and go out there and, get it down. And then it becomes one of our plays that, we feel is us, that's ours. So I think 2018, we were a little more, mid-zone heavy emphasis. And, this year we do it all. We're running mid-zone, inside zone, outside zone, jet sweeps, play action, all that stuff just marrying together. And, we've always made an emphasis of that, marrying the run and the pass, but just throwing way more, looks, way more plays, way more schemes at them. It's just a lot more they have to think about. So the better we can, manage and kind of own, our techniques and, our schemes, better we'll be. The more you can add, the harder it is to defend if you can do it effectively.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Alvaro?
Hi, Brian. I hope you're having a great day. This is Alvaro Torres with Ensoners, a Latin American network. You play in Super Bowl 53. How do you feel that experience helped you get where you are? And how did that experience help motivate the team for this Super Bowl?
Yeah, I was obviously a rookie in 2018, so I didn't have, a lot of, reason for us being there. I didn't get to play that much then, but I did get to go, like you said, and experience Super Bowl week and all that. So it's a situation I'm familiar with a little bit. But I'd say in 18 I was, a rookie. Your rookie year, you're in the Super Bowl, and it just feels like it's supposed to happen. And all these old vets you're playing with let you know that this is something special. This doesn't happen every year. You look at Witt at that point in his career. He'd been with Cincinnati and never won a playoff game until 18 or 19, whatever it was, and then or 17 or 18, and then there's all these guys who are awesome Hall of Fame type players who don't have the opportunity to get to go. So just very fortunate to be going again. And first one and the second one, I just say the first time I don't want to say I didn't expect to win. Everyone in our building thought we were going to go into Atlanta and beat the Patriots, but that didn't happen, obviously. And I think just that week everyone was, or at least me, just happy to be there and kind of taking it all in, and doing media day, doing all this, doing all that. Just I don't want to say I was distracted or anything like that, but I'm going to win a football game on Sunday. I don't really care about anything else, if I'm being honest with you guys. And I kind of think our team's adopted that mentality as well. We're going to enjoy it. We're obviously happy to be here, but our job's not finished, and we know what we want to do, and that's the only reason we're here, quite frankly.
Thank you, Brian. Good luck on Sunday.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Julian?
How's it going?
Hey, congrats on making the Super Bowl. Question's going to be about Geno Atkins in that front. So what's your biggest challenge in stopping those guys?
Geno Atkins is no longer with them, so I don't expect to see him tomorrow or Sunday. I don't know if that was a trick or not.
No, I don't know why I thought he was there. So I guess it's about the rest.
He was there. He was there for a long time. He's a legend. Great bull rusher.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just ask about the rest of the guys then.
No, they're a great front. DJ Reader, been around for a while. Houston, Cincinnati. He's a great player. Big body, athletic. Usually when you get those guys, they don't have great motors, and he's a guy who continues to rush, continues to play. And, that's something you got to respect as a center when you see a guy who can, play like him with his motor. BJ Hill, he's another guy inside who, has quick twitch, good ability to rush the passer, and, a good player. And I'm just excited to play them. 68, I'm going to screw his last name up, Josh Tapotu. Another big body, 350 plus guy who's hard to move. So they got some big guys in there, physical guys, and they're going to be a great challenge on Sunday. And just looking forward to the opportunity just to play another football game. Honestly,
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.
Cruz. Brian, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I got one more question for you. This is Ray Cruz from the All Sports All Place Network. When you're talking about the front and stuff, do you actually call all the line protections for the Rams?
Yeah, I do.
And how do you stay focused on the game plan? And you got 2 weeks off, and then you're focused on the game plan and keeping your guys sharp. You know the offensive line has to work as a tandem together. So how do y'all keep y'all tandem together these long period of layoffs?
We practiced last week. We're practicing this week. We had the weekend off, but we were in here on Saturday and here on Friday. We've been working, so we haven't spent more than a day away from the building. So we've been together, been going over the game plan, and if anything, it's a plus to have an extra week just to spend time with the game plan, the criteria, how we're going to block certain structures and stuff like that. So, in everyone's mind here, it's a bonus to have an extra week, not necessarily, a negative. We're all, pros in this room, and, everyone does a great job taking care of their bodies and, staying engaged, staying focused. That's not something that we really have to worry about.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Kevin?
Hey, Brian. For the many lower round draft picks on this team, or even undrafted guys who've made big contributions, and I guess you're literally a mid-round guy, but maybe you have some sensibility about this too. Is there a special pride in having done this? Having gotten here?
You're saying as far as being a mid-round pick?
Yeah, or you and guys who are lower round.
Oh yeah, definitely something you take pride in. Definitely something you're sitting there in the draft watching certain guys go ahead of you, and quite frankly, just know they made the wrong decision is something that you try to prove people wrong. And I take pride in being a 4th round draft pick. My older brother was a undrafted free agent. I kind of went into the draft expecting the same, and I kind of feel like I carry that that attitude with me. I haven't earned anything. I haven't done anything yet that is anywhere close to where I want to be. And you're a 4th round pick, and you're playing these higher rated guys, or these guys who wore Buckeyes on their helmets in college or played in the SEC, and those are guys you want to give a little extra to, make a point, let them know that someone screwed up taking you that late, or, you went to a school that isn't as, nationally recognized, stuff like that. That's stuff that I use as motivation. And I know for me, that's something I, thrive off of, playing guys like that. And that's something that, I quite frankly, just fun to do. They're this guy, you're this middle round pick who short, fat, white, and you go in and kick his butt, and people start saying, but that's not supposed to be right, and then everyone's all confused. And that's something, being the little man, it's fun to do, something you look forward to.
Within the team, do you gravitate to other guys who might feel the same way about themselves?
I wouldn't say so necessarily. I mean, everyone kind of needs to use whatever they use for their motivation. And I say there's first round guys who you like to pick on, but then there's also first round guys who have that work ethic and that attitude, just like you. And those guys are the guys who are, truly special with the talent and, the same. I mean, you can look at a guy like Aaron Donald, you're not going into a game speaking about him like that, not because he's, the type of player he is, but just the type of person he is. He works hard. He's earned everything he's gotten. And, that's not always the case for some people. And I don't know. But yeah, no, we don't really have too many conversations about that, but just sports in general, the underdog always wants to take out the top guy. So
Yeah, thanks.
Appreciate it.
Stacey?
Hey, Brian, Stacey Dales, NFL Network. Just Andrew Whitworth's 40 years old, man. Like, how do you marvel? This is the oldest offensive lineman to play in a Super Bowl, but he's graded out as the best tackle in football this year. How do you marvel at what he still does that's so effective with your line?
Get out your notebook. I get to sit next to him every day, and success leaves clues. Everyone wants to say that quote and think it's cool, but he's a real life example of what to watch, what to follow, and just everything you can ask for. I don't know if you were in here earlier, but there's a great teammate, full of wisdom. Obviously has more football experience than some of our teammates do, years living. So it's someone who has seen a lot, been through a lot, and knows this league inside and out. And just to have a resource like that, not every room has that guy, just point blank. So to have that is a blessing and is something that not every team has. So very grateful for him. I've got to spend 4 years with him, and at this point in his career, 4 years ago it could have been it. So I'm very thankful to get 4, and whatever else is to come after this if there's more. But just awesome to have him. He's the leader of the room, his room, and just want to get this one done for him. Everything he's been through, this is one of the few things he doesn't have. So I can tell you our room wants this more for him than we do for us.
I love that, and thank you. And sorry I wasn't in here jumping around, but
You're good.
my O linemen are my favorite, and the offense at the center position as well as anybody. What has been the key to the evolution of your relationship, maybe your lines, but your relationship in developing with Matthew? And really, I mean, you get to a Super Bowl because you're pretty good, right? So what's been the key to all of it?
I just say communication. Me and him obviously work together pretty closely, but always making sure we're on the same page, and that work's done Monday through Saturday, not on Sunday. So every week's been an awesome experience with him, just trying to figure out the week at hand's puzzle and how we're going to attack these teams and whatnot. And it's just been kind of cool to learn that with him. This is obviously his first year in this offense, and our first year playing together. So to kind of go from square one to where we're at now and see the evolution of our offense, see the evolution of, learning on our mistakes and things of that nature has just been cool to see. And, I really think, everyone knows how talented our team is and, the stars we have on it, but it's just cool to see it all come together, and, we're peaking at the right time. More importantly, we still think we haven't played our best football, and that's just a testament to this team and how dangerous we could be. But we're feeling confident, and we're just running with this momentum. And what you're talking about, that offense developing is kind of happening right before our eyes. So it's cool to see it work. It's cool to see it translate from the practice field to the games, and just excited for Sunday, and kind of put the last chapter on showing what we are.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.
All right, last question, Steven.
Hey, Brian, congratulations on making it to the Super Bowl.
Appreciate it.
So playing in the NFC West, you obviously go against a lot of really good pass rushers and just overall a lot of really good defenses.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people might view that as a downside in terms of making it through the regular season. But what benefit do you feel like you have against going against that level of competition on a regular basis?
Yeah, there's no NFL. There's no Sundays off, regardless. But you're playing in the NFC West, that gets amped up a little bit. Whether it's Al Woods up in Seattle, Armstead in San Francisco, Arizona's front. You know, Corey Peters been there forever. J.J. Watt's playing inside now. Like, there's elite pass rushers and inside guys in the NFC West, and you know, really, it's. I don't think any of us look at it as we're playing all these tough teams all the time. You know, it's just an opportunity for us to get better. I mean, take San Francisco from week 18, week 22 or whatever it was. In those 3 weeks, we got better. And, you know, that's a credit to them. You know, they're a great team. It was obviously a tough win, you know, last weekend, but you know, those types of games can either make or break you. And I think we've used them to better us. And, you know, it's just a tough division, and, you know, iron sharpens iron, and there's a lot of iron in the NFC West.
Well, thanks. Good luck to you on Sunday.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, thank you guys. Thanks, Brian.
Thank you. All good?
All good.
I'm out.